The line.
Hey, that's the best way to think.
That's the line.
Then one day, while King George was peering down from his balcony, he spotted Thomas with a ducky.
"It's beautiful," he said. "I want it."
Yo.
Oh.
He already has a duck.
Sexy duck.
Why does he need another one?
Oh, do his voice.
Come on.
No, I don't. Oh.
You do. Go find it.
Observe, said Louis. What is it that? What's his voice at?
I don't know, but you should. You read by the phone. Your spare time, you watch.
But sir, said Louis, you have quite a few duckies.
That's how it sounds. I'm tired of all those old ducks,
Declared the king.
I want the ducky Thomas had.
Spoiled brat.
Less homosexuality.
King.
Good. You're good.
At that moment, General Cedric arrived to report on the pie war.
The war has grown ferocious. We need more men at the front.
I don't watch very
Put Thomas at the front of the battle.
Ordered King George, and then he added to Louis,
While Thomas is gone, I'll take his stuff.
You told us about this during Bible class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sexy woman.
Yes, that's what she said.
Stickers?
It's an internet.
Oh.
Stickers?
Okay, simmer down. That night, King George made Louis sneak out with him to take Thomas's ducky.
Follow me, Louis, and try to act inconspicuous.
That's a word chosen now. Whoa, okay, you got it.
It's helping them learn vocabulary. Yep, Brian.
King George slipped into Thomas's balcony, scooped up his little rubber ducky, and took it back to his castle.
We did it, he cried. Oh, now I'm happy.
Someone doesn't know how to color.
It's probably Elizabeth. Yeah.
It looks like all your other ducks, said Louis. Yeah, his voice changed.
What?
Cried King George.
This is the most perfect ducky in the world. The world has ever known. What a thinking. Time for a bath.
Just
Duck
then,
is Chinese. The duck looks Asian.
Maybe the duck is Asian.
I think that's irrelevant to this.
I think
Have you
rubber
ever
ducks are
considered
made in
that?
China. Just then, there was a knock at the door.
It was astounding.
General Cedric announced.
Thomas single-handedly stopped the advancing pie war troops. He's a hero.
That is not actually how the story goes.
No. When I finished reading that, I'm like,
That'd be violent if they were like, oh, Thomas died.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they should not mess with Bible stories.
yeah.
Thomas had fought so hard during the battle that he wasn't himself when he returned home.
Incoming boysenberry at 3 o'clock.
Me neither. I don't even know are boysenberries real?
As soon as poor Thomas was taken to his room, King George said,
Now, finally, I can take that back.
but once again there was a knock at the door. It was Melvin, the slightly odd wise man.
He's wearing that same disguise thing that the king was wearing before.
Prove it. I have come to tell you a little story, said Melvin. That's the only picture. So you get to look at this picture later. There was once a man, a very rich man. He had a lot of sheep. He had a lot of lambs. Yes, there was a very rich man. I feel like this is a song.
It is a song.
Oh, okay, well, whatever.
Sing it.
You want me to sing it?
Yes, like an opera.
We made him
No.
sing it.
There once was a man, a very poor man. He had next to nothing, just one little lamb. Yes, there was once a very poor man. Then one day there was a guest at the house of the rich man. What did he do to feed his guests? He took the lamb of the very poor man.
Oh,
He took the very, very poor man's lamb.
Cue the tears.
King George was shocked.
Is this a true story? The man in this story is very selfish. Who is this man?
Man.
That word is not in there.
Yeah.
Oh, King George, said Melvin, you are the man. What? Said King George. You are the king, said Melvin. You have many duckies, but Thomas only had one. You are only thinking about yourself. What you have done has made God very unhappy.
Holy crap.
Use that.
It went from rubber duckies to God
Bacon
God.
God.
Pastor, what you have done made God very unhappy.
But I,
Said the king, you have been very selfish, King George. And when we are selfish, we hurt the people around us. God wants us to love our neighbors, not hurt them.
what do I do?
Asked King George. Here's what you must do. Ask God to forgive you. Ask Thomas to forgive you. And then make it right.
That was so cool. I just blew it in as hard as I could, and then I closed it, and I went like this, and I bit it again, and it went.
It was really cool.
Do it again. Do it again. Water. That was so cool.
My details always confuse me.
So King George brought Thomas down to the royal bathtub.
I've been selfish, Thomas, and I've hurt you.
Said the unhappy king.
Before I think about me, I better think about you.
That's not how the story goes.
It's a children's story.
I'm sorry.
I like
I will
this.
tell you the real story in a moment.
You're supposed to.
You
told us that.
I want to
King
hear it.
returned. They have weird breaks. The king returned the ducky and asked for forgiveness. But whether you're a king or a kid, or a teenager,
We're still kids.
or a weirdo, God wants us to think of others first.
Yay! What's the real story, TC?
Well, King David saw, I know she was recording the whole time. King David saw Bathsheba, right?
That is such an unattractive
On
name.
the roof, taking a bath. Weird, huh? Bathsheba? Weird. And he was like, that is a beautiful woman. Or Tessa calls them sexy ladies.
Sexy lady.
Oh goodness. So he, what he did was, there was a war going on at the time, and he put her husband on the front line so that he would die. And it didn't work the first day, and then the second day he put him on the front lines again, which was silly, and he died. And then a prophet was sent to the king and told him that exact story, that there was a man who had hundreds of sheep, and a neighbor who had one, and no, you contaminated it by blowing it. And he, instead of killing one of his own sheep, he took his neighbor's sheep when a guest came and killed the sheep. And David did exactly what King George said, except for the fact that the guy was dead, and now he had his wife. So, he was like, who is this man? This man should be punished, blah, blah, blah. He should be put to death. And he was like, you are the man. And
Oop.
David went,
Oh, no.
well, crap. And so, I mean, the only way you could make it right is to go to God and be like, yo, I really, really messed up. So
VeggieTales always catches me off guard, because it's like vegetables, ducks, and pie wars, and then it's like God at the end. That's how
You don't even see it coming.
I don't see it coming.
And I'm 17.
I know. Like, even in that, I was
And now it's
caught
time for
off guard.
Esther, the girl who became queen.
What is